here on WMMS. Your pregame starts 30 minutes prior with Hammy and Rosie and the whole Hee Haw gang. You can also hear it on our iHeartRadio app. If you listen to the show from out of state, tell me where. Matt listens in D.C. Andrew is a bureau chief in Wilmore, Kentucky. Rick's one of our bureau chiefs in Denver. Augustine's in Denver, too. And I heard from Jason, who listens in Tallahassee, Alabama. I know precisely where that is, by the way. My dad went to Auburn University. Tallahassee is pretty much smack dab between Auburn and Montgomery. And that's where Jason is listening. So thank you, Jason. Sometimes I have to look places up. Tallahassee, I do not. And, of course, on the app there, you can always drop us a message with the talkback button. You'll see that little red button there, and just whatever's crossed the transom of your mind, you can let us know.
Alan, I have a very, very important question. Do you think it's easier to poop your pants or to pee your pants? I can't figure it out. I think it's easier to poop your pants. But the guys at work disagree with me. Love you, bye.
I wonder how that got started at work.
Now we're talking.
This
is
better.
going to be like are there more doors or wheels?
I was so annoyed that you did that while I was out of town because you stole that from my Instagram.
It was on
Stole
every
what?
single...
Because I wanted to talk about it.
It's on you to be here,
then
not
come
us to
to
wait till you
work.
come
No,
back.
I put it on my Instagram, and then like a minute later, or the next day, it was on the show.
Well, I don't know. He asked.
I know.
But
That's
it's
I'm
not,
mad at him.
It's not like I only saw it on your Instagram.
Oh, it's true. I'm just saying the timing's a little weird. The
come
timing's
to
a
work.
little weird.
Wait
Right?
a second.
The timing's a little
So
weird.
you're saying that something that was clearly viral was something that he stole from your Instagram?
I had not heard of it until I did an Ask Me Anything on a layover, and someone asked me, are there more doors than wheels? And
But no one we have contact with is coming up with those original questions.
No, and that's fine.
Those are all viral questions.
I had never heard that question. I had never seen anything viral about it. I had never
don't
thought
even-
anything of it.
But you got mad at Bill.
I didn't get mad at Bill. It was on my Instagram, and then the next day it was discussed on the show. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to ask the boys this when I get home. And then,
Snooze, you lose, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
just saying,
Was just saying what?
timing was a little weird.
So,
In what way?
yeah.
And then I posted it, and then immediately after you talked about
But
it.
there was a billion people posting
No,
it.
there wasn't a billion. It was just me.
Listen,
I was my idea.
all of this has nothing to do with the fact that it's easier to poop or pee your pants. He wants to know that.
It depends on how many kids you've had.
Her boss hugged her and peed her pants.
Her boss hugged her and squeezed her breasts, which felt sexual in nature, not like a greeting.
Not like a greeting. You know
Not
those
like a
breast
greeting.
squeeze greetings?
I was trying to get it going.
Her
and
boss
then-
hugged her.
That backfired.
Her boss hugged her.
Lindy
I have-
Korn, the pride of Buffalo, New York.
Friends who have had multiple kids who will pee their pants a little bit, sneezing, coughing, jumping.
That's extraneous circumstances, though.
Is it though?
Yes,
Are we
because
talking just basic?
their pelvic floor has been loosened by
Right.
multiple cabbages squeezing.
Now,
them.
is
So
it-
for them, it would be easier for them to pee their pants than to poop them.
But all right, are we asking, is it easier to pee or poop your pants, or is it which is easier to deal with?
I think it's easier to do.
Well, I'll play it for you again. I think he just wants to know what's easier to do. I think all things being equal, he wants to know what's easier to do.
Alan, I have a very, very important question. Do you think it's easier to poop your pants or to pee your pants? I can't figure it out. I think it's easier to poop your pants. But the guys at work disagree with me. Love you, bye.
I think it's just physically easier to expel fluid from your body
No, it
than
isn't.
solid.
No,
I'd say
because-
poop because you're never gonna. You can trust a fart and then poop.
But you have to push the poop.
You have to push the pee. Are you leaking?
If you're trying to hold in a poop that wants to get out, you don't have to push at all. It's coming
That's
out.
true.
I've never peed my pants as an adult. I have
yes,
pooped my
I
pants
have
as an
pooped my
adult.
pants
I
as
have
an adult.
pooped
Yes,
and peed my pants as an adult.
Yes, and
It seems easier to just go you got to pee, just go, done.
No. I feel like maybe I'm thinking on accident.
Some people have that mental block
Right,
because they
that's-
think
and
of peeing their pants when they
that's-
were a kid, and it's
that's all the different things that is it easier Like, I'm more likely to, we'll put it this way, I am more likely to poop my pants
Correct.
than pee my pants.
If it were an
More
accident,
likely to.
Yes.
I'm going to accidentally poop my pants, fart, and be like, whoops. I'm never
That
going to.
one got away from me.
I'm never going to accidentally pee my pants.
I pooped my pants. I ate too much corn.
Just so I'm clear, you guys are all predicating this on this notion that any fart might be a poop? You don't know what's back there?
When I'm
like,
on
I'm not a gassy guy, but I wouldn't know if there's one in the chamber.
No, when
You're
I'm
all
on
saying
the
it'd be
road-
real easy because sometimes a fart isn't a fart?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying sometimes.
You don't have Crohn's disease. Like, how do you not
I
know?
eat a lot
saying-
of fast food when
yeah.
I'm on the
Oh,
road.
God.
I'm saying sometimes there's just, I'm not even trusting. Like, I know I can't fart, but my body's like, you're going to get this out of you. You better squeeze your cheeks and get someplace
You've
safe.
never had that happen where you just start sweating and you're like, this is happening in the next couple minutes. Like, I need to get out of the car immediately.
That's only happens when I had like the runs. Never
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I mean,
We're not
to-
talking
to-
about every
not-
time we go take a dump. We're talking about
but what I'm saying
when
is-
you got diarrhea or whatever.
Not
Well,
as
what,
an
what
adult.
I'm saying is to pee, from my understanding,
Pee or not
to pee, that's right, just requires you to not do anything. You just relax your body. Pooping requires a push.
A push, but sometimes not.
But
Sometimes not.
You eat like an apple a day. So you're not
that's
eating the
got
same
nothing-
kind of food that's going to run through you like
Okay,
that.
well, again, I said all things being equal. If somebody's eating nonstop garbage, then yeah, anytime they unclench, poop comes out.
That's, yes.
Oh my God! What kind of
Yes.
lives are you leading?
Whenever, Mr. Jägermeister over here, have you never had
I've
a
never-
really rough night drinking followed up by
I don't
Taco
drink.
Bell?
I don't drink a bottle of Jägermeister.
And then the next day you're like, yeah.
It has never accidentally come out of my body.
But pee has?
Huh?
But pee has.
No. I'm saying I have both peed and pooped my pants on purpose as an adult. Not accidentally.
Of course,
I
on
think
purpose.
if we're saying everything's neutral, no fast food, no this, no that, right in the state I'm in right now, if you said you have to either pee your pants or poop your pants, I would pee them. I would pee them
Mm-hmm.
if I had the choice.
I could pee my pants right now. I couldn't poop my pants right now.
Right.
But if I had a poo in the chamber, and it's like,
More likely to slip.
yeah, there's something that could jump out.
Smells like the devil pinched off a loaf in here.
And
Too
I'm
many
actually more
variables.
likely to pee my pants now that we have to use a dumb key. I gotta use the pee key to get to the bathroom.
man, that's bananas. I
hate the pee key.
so stupid.
The peaky.
Mary, do you have a key?
No. I'm not even supposed to be going into the half of the building that I'm using.
I was like, why is it just the men's? Like,
Because there's a tarp, and they're like, "Don't go past the tarp," and I'm like, "Well, that's where the bathroom is, so I'm gonna go past."
Yeah,
the tarp.
I don't think anybody said you can't go down there.
Well, they were
There's nothing
saying
down
like
there.
that's not our half of the building anymore.
But there's nobody in there.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm gonna keep going there.
I have hot snakes, you guys.
What's hot snakes?
It's when the diarrhea comes out like a hot snake.
Andy!
I get hot snakes and bubble gut.
Andy, stop talking about hot snakes.
Alan, do you think a shard is a solid turd? No, I do not. What I'm saying, though, is I didn't realize there were people walking around where the slightest unclenching
It's
is
not-
going to release.
It's only when you're in that extreme situation where you have a massive dump
When you're
that
like,
needs to
yeah,
get out.
yeah, an
Okay.
emergency.
Yes, an emergency situation. That's not how it always feels, but there's definitely been times
Well, I guess
where
I guess I was just taking his question at face value,
Yeah.
which is not pertaining to an emergency
Okay.
situation.
so in that
All bets are
situation-
off when any of us are in an emergency
Yeah.
situation, right? Bill has slept in the bushes here in front of the building. I have vomited on the street in front of my house. Not the current house, but I mean, I have pooped my pants as a grown man. I have peed them as well. But those are all emergency situations.
Yeah.
I guess I was just thinking like
Right
walking
now, in
around,
this
day
moment.
to
walking
day.
down,
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, definitely pee.
Yeah,
Definitely pee for that situation. Now, which is easier to deal with?
pee. Well, poop.
If you got a nice sturdy log,
You can just throw your underwear away.
you can
Pee leaks.
yeah.
It leaks
Pee
everywhere.
gets everywhere.
It's in your shoes. It's
Now, if it's diarrhea, that could also be in your shoes, and that's a real bummer
leaky.
for me.
Real big leak.
Alan, can you poop without peeing?
No, a little bit comes out every time. Well, maybe for men, but we have to sit down. Oh, men have to sit down to poop.
We don't have to. We choose to.
You're gonna stand up and poop? No way!
Of course. Why not? I've done it while running at full speed. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever pooped without peeing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever pooped.
Other than
without
like
peeing either.
accidents.
Yeah,
Other than like the poop pants situations.
but like on a toilet.
Yeah, on the toilet.
I've never had to poop like outdoors. Like the people who say like.
Oh, I have.
Man, I had to do it in the Metro Parks once.
Yeah, I never had to.
I was out for a walk in the morning. This is like 6 years ago.
But you're in nature.
8 years ago. God, we've been doing this show a long time. So this is 8 years ago, and was on a walk with my then wife, and I was just like, "Ooh, something's happening." She's like, "What?" And I was like, "I gotta go to the woods." And so like, cut into the woods, pooped in the woods,
Never had to do that.
and had to wipe with leaves, like whole situation. And she's like, "All right, let's keep walking." I'm like, "No, we're leaving now.
We are going home.
We're going home."
I
have
just
to
wiped
deal
with
this.
what I
Yeah.
hope is not poison sumac. Okay,
I
we're getting the
know
hell out of here.
leaves. I was a Boy Scout.
Well, I was too, but I couldn't tell you the leaves there. Alan, years ago, I submitted a Drunk or Kid. We used to play a game called Drunk or
long
Kid.
time.
I was wearing a dress and no underwear, and I thought I needed to fart, and I shot 2 little poop balls onto the floor. That's a classy gal right there. Classy
There she is.
gal.
I know who that is, and not only is she a classy gal, she's a mother.
Hey, there you go.
That's someone's mom.
Huh. So we probably have a story the kid doesn't have.
Not yet.
Ah.
Someday that kid will get
Someday.
that story.
Mom, have you ever done
Wow,
anything
no,
weird?
no.
It's funny that you ask.
Oh, this is a story.
Other than submitting
I-
a story to a radio show years ago? Yes, I have
I
to.
have a story about my mom, but I don't think I can tell it till she's dead.
I have a poop in public story that I'm like, should I tell this story or not? It's a drinking story, and I feel like I already have to at this point.
And all of your older stories are drinking stories, so that they all kind of come with that caveat. So I
Yes.
don't think that everybody's going to hold you up to the,
My buddy was in town, and we were getting hammered. And one of the only people I'm in contact with from college. So he came into town, we were getting wasted, and we were staying at my apartment, and he had a flight at like 6 a.m. So we had to be back at the airport at 4. So we did the whole, well, let's just drink all night and stay awake, and then I'll take you to the airport. I'm like, cool. So we're drinking all night. We ate a bunch of late night food. And then I take him to the airport. I am hammered. There's no reason for me to be even going in my car. But anyway, somehow, instead of dropping him off at the airport gate, I pulled into the rental car return. So he had to take all of his bags.
Severe
He's
tire
also
damage.
drunk. Right. He's also drunk. So he had to take all of his bags from the rental car return lot, which is, by the way, not close to the airport.
why don't you take a shuttle?
I don't know how he got where he needed to go.
Yeah.
But he's like, I can't help you figure this out. I have to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, go catch your plane. I'll figure it out on my own. And it's, again, like 4 a.m, so none of the attendants are there yet. There's no attendants in the booths. Okay.
It's amazing you're alive.
You are alive, yeah.
It's insane.
Yes.
Like, how?
So
Never killed anyone else.
No.
Never killed
Never
herself.
went to
DUI,
Never-
never went to
never even got caught.
Never got arrested. No.
Yep.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's 4 a.m. There's no attendance. Severe tire damage. If I drive over these spikes, my car is screwed. So I just went to sleep in my car. And I was like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll talk to somebody. I'll talk my way out of this. And I was shot bolt upright in the morning a couple hours later because I had a drinking and Taco Bell poop that needed to come out immediately. And I was like, I am still in a rental car parking lot. So I just opened both the passenger side doors and pooped in between them, right in the middle.
Wait,
I
what?
can't believe I'm telling this story.
You pooped in the parking
I
lot?
pooped in the parking lot. I had no one else to
Still
do.
no attendance.
There were attendants at this
Yeah.
point, but I didn't see them yet.
Did they see
It was
you?
like 6 or 7 a.m. It was only a couple hours later. And so I opened both. I opened my car side door and I opened the passenger door. So I'm sitting in between them. I did my business. I got in my car. I drove to where the attendant was, clearly still drunk. And I'm trying to explain to them. But now I'm also panicking because
Did you have anything in the car to clean yourself up?
Yeah, I
Like
had napkins. So I was
Taco Bell
okay.
napkins?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was okay.
Just
But
left the whole mess there.
I left the mess there, and I'm explaining to them. I'm like up against the clock because I'm like, they need to let me out of here before they find out what I did because I feel like that's a crime. Like I don't know if I could get
Defecating
fined
in
or
public?
yeah, pooping in public. Like,
Yeah, you could get.
Yeah.
Of
that's
course.
what I'm saying. So I was like explaining to the lady at the booth. I'm
Is
like,
she
hey,
looking at you like, I know you're drunk?
I was like, hey, I'm not supposed to be here. I pulled
You were
into
probably
the wrong
sobered up
spot.
by that
No,
time.
I
Oh,
was
you
hammered.
weren't?
We drank until 4 a.m.
But this was 7 a.m.
Yeah, so it was only 3
Yeah, you
hours.
still
I don't know.
Absolutely still
Oh,
drunk.
okay.
And I was explaining to her, I was like, hey, I got to get out. And I know I'm not making any sense. And she just looked at me like, fine, like, go. Like, she was tired of trying to piece together my story.
She didn't care. Yeah,
no, so
get
she
out of
just
here.
put the spikes down and I drove away. But in that relief where I was like, one of those things where you're like, how have you not been arrested? How have you never hurt anybody? Where I was like,
For somebody who believes in fate, you have tempted yours and danced between the raindrops for a long time.
do you
boy.
see why I
You
believe
got a
in
horseshoe up your ass or something.
it? Yeah.
I can't believe there's spikes
No,
in a
it's
car
that-
rental lot.
The horseshoe up her ass is left in that parking lot.
Yeah. That's the only time I've ever pooped in public that I know of.
Why,
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just like?
And that's just outdoors. It's not technically in public.
I mean, it's in a lot.
It's a
that is-
private lot.
It's a private lot.
Yeah.
It's the rental car return lot.
Imagine the person who
came across
rented
that.
that car,
The spot where I was in.
the spot. Yeah.
They're like, return it to spot 240, and they're like,
That's a Taco Bell poop.
what is this?
Remember, Gwen and I were in
Mary's been here.
Gwen and I were in Denver one time, and we're walking through part of downtown, and that's high desert, so the weather can change very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it just started. The gray clouds came in real quick, and they were going to leave just as quickly, but it was going to pour for a couple of minutes. And so it was probably like 10 in the morning. It wasn't even noon yet. So we duck into this like covered patio of this bar restaurant, which isn't open yet. And we're standing there waiting. We didn't have an umbrella or anything. Look down. And I go, that is a giant human poop right there. Because you know.
Yeah.
You can look at it and go, first of all, we're in
It's not a
downtown
dog poop,
Denver.
yeah.
There's no dog. It's not a coyote or something. I go, that is a massive human poop right there. So when these people come to open for the day, that's their first order
Yeah.
of business. You pardon the pun. So,
well-
like, someone took a dump, probably a homeless guy, I'm sure, or whatever, took a dump on your patio. Enjoy the day,
And what I was thinking about
opening staff.
was that someone's returning their car after a long vacation. They're finally happy to be home, and they step
Or
out.
a business trip
Yeah,
that
it's
didn't go
right.
well.
Yeah, they just got
Yep.
fired or something, and like they step out of their rental car, and that's the first thing they step into. And I'm just like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
This was 2018, I think.
2018.
This was not that long ago. 2017.
Oh, pre-pandemic.
2018.
Good
Yeah.
thing. Jason
isn't
in
like
Lakewood
the-
says that he pooped in an elevator.
The darkest Mary years.
2018 was my worst year, 100%.
Well, if you didn't have that year, it probably wouldn't have compelled you to be sober.
It's true.
So that was absolutely your rock bottom.
That, no.
No,
That was not my rock bottom.
No, I'm talking about the 2018.
2018 was my worst year.
That's what I'm
yes.
saying. That was your rock bottom.
October 2018 to March of 2019 when I quit. Those 6 months were the worst 6 months of my life. As far as blackout.
That was
goes.
just one element of the worst 6 months of your life.
That wasn't even in the worst 6 months of my life.
Oh, that was
in the summer.
outside. That was summertime.
That's when I was feeling good.
That's what I still didn't think I
That
had
was
a
a
problem.
Sunday fun day in the summer.
I didn't think I had a problem. I found myself pooping, and you were just like, "Oh, it's battle conditions. I got to get in there." and
This has to happen.
Has to happen
immediately.
right now.
Yeah.
And there was no like portalette or anything like that. There was no like.
No, it's a parking lot.
No, I understand, but I mean, they do get a lot of traffic. I didn't know if there
No.
was like an outdoor thing or you know.
She didn't have time to figure that out
Trying
anyway.
to justify it.
I was
No, I'm just asking questions.
Minutes prior, I was sleeping in my own car. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
You pulled up in the wrong. How did you mistake the
I have no
terminal?
idea. I was wasted.
Okay.
I'm in rental car return. I can't get out. You need to catch a flight. I'm going to take a nap. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to poop on some asphalt.
Spikes. I don't know. Like I haven't been to a rental car lot where they have spikes. I know like, they have.
They all have
gates.
spikes.
It's so you can't steal the car.
You can't back out.
You put the car. They put the keys in the car, so that way you just walk up and grab it and leave. So they're like, we can't just have an open lot of cars, or people are going to take them.
Yeah, makes sense.
When was the last time you picked up a rental car?
When we were in San Diego. One of the times I went on vacation, Portland.
And you drove the rental car.
No, I didn't. But I was with a friend who did.
Yeah, that's why they don't back up at the gate.
Yeah, I mean,
Severe tire damage.
well, yeah, no, they have. I understand they have a gate. I just didn't. I thought spikes is a little excessive. A gate,
You know,
is
like big
just
metal
fine.
hooks
Yeah,
that come up.
you can
spring
drive
up.
over them, but then it's like, it'll destroy your stuff.
Like when Marge was caught in traffic on the new toll booth tollway. I've got to take a break. If you want to get the last word in, you can shoot me a text 35192, and we'll be back after these.